Melanie Elizabeth. I am a teen mom. You guys will eventually meet the baby daddy Israel sooner or later in the video. But yeah, this is my second channel. The first channel, I took it down for negativity, negative comments and all of that. I'll need that. But yeah, this will be a labor and delivery slash Q&A. So yeah. The questions that some of you guys asked, so why didn't I not get an abortion, was one, because I'm against it, and two, you might not be able to have another kid eventually because of that, and many complications. When will I show my baby on camera? Honey, I won't show him till maybe he's like around 6 months or maybe more, like a year. How was my pregnancy? It was great. Tell you, it was perfect. Of course, I got photo shoots of me and my belly. My mom took me to go take pictures. My parents were always there for me. They would be like, are you okay? This and that. They bought me clothes. They bought me all my cravings. Were satisfied throughout my pregnancy. I have no complaints. It was all perfectly smooth. They wanted to make it easy for me. How was it when my parents found out that I was pregnant? They did give me the choice about abortion, and I said no. We went three times to different clinics. I rolled my eyes out. I said no. So that kind of explains how my parents reacted to that, and also my brother, because he was here too the same day. The day that they found out, it was a Tuesday, Wednesday night in February, yeah, this year, on the Wednesday night, because I remember clearly that I missed the school on the Thursday because they made an appointment. They took me to an abortion clinic that same day on Thursday. They took me to Planned Parenthood to make sure that I was pregnant, and then after that they sent me to the abortion clinic, and I of course did all the questions and all of that. I said no. I cried my eyes out all those 3 times. I kept my baby after all, and I was happy about that, my choice, because of course I did not want to see myself go through that, a surgery like that, especially, you know, giving up life. And the first time, of course, I saw that ultrasound, and that made my heart drop. So yeah, but how my parents reacted, and also my brother, of course, they were pissed the fuck off. Let's be clear, they were mad as hell. Just like any other family, since I am the only girl that my parents had. I'm the last kid that they had. But yeah, my age is 17. I got pregnant at 16, so you know that hit my parents really hard that I was 16. Young, dumb, and stupid, of course, have all adults say it. My pregnancy was pretty easy. After all, of course, my swagger didn't agree with me keeping the baby and whatnot, like any other parent of someone else, especially if his mom, she's strict and whatnot. But I just keep my son. I'm happy about that. I can't argue with people that saying, oh, you didn't do this and that. For me, of course, I left my high school for multiple reasons. I have my reasons why I left: getting bullied, being talked down. I was starting to get symptoms of depression. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was feeling down. I was feeling bummed out. Honestly, there were days that I didn't even want to walk in through those doors anymore. Like, my grades were getting bad. They weren't getting good. And since after I found out that I was pregnant, I was really picking my grades up. But then since I missed a month, my grades went down. So since I told my homeschool what happened, since I am being homeschooled now, it's been a year since I've been in homeschool. It started 11th grade, 2nd semester. But yeah, going back to my high school drama, like shiznits. Yeah, of course I talked to the counselor, the principal, and all of that. They were sold there for like a week with that girl, because she was literally wanting to fight me and whatnot. But I was like, I'm not about that. So, and of course I'm not even a fighter, because I don't like fighting people for shit. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? I don't need that. But yeah, since that happened, I just told my mom, you know what, screw this. I'm done going to that school. Even his mom, my boyfriend's mom, went to go talk to the principal and whoever she needed to talk to keep me in that school, to keep me safe. People from the school, like, this lady was being nice, trying to give me things for the baby, but at the end she didn't do nothing. So since I stopped going, people were trying to help make things better, accommodate me and whatnot. But I was like, you know what, I'm done. That was like the last straw with me not going to that school anymore. And being homeschooled is not a bad thing. Actually, there's pros and cons to it, just like going to an actual high school. You will meet people, but it's gonna be like a lot harder because you're mainly doing school. You do get field trips, like you go to an actual field trip or virtual field trips online. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that for you guys, because there is online field trips and there's actual field trips. The virtual ones are you video chat with people, the teachers and counselors and all of that, and you could do 3D things just like going to another school doing on a computer. That's what pretty much you do. Your textbooks, you don't gotta carry them. That's a problem. You can wake up at whatever time you want to wake up. I wake up because I'm a baby now like around 10-11. Then I start to go like around 1 p.m. and then like around 5:30. Because I only have 2 classes. Each class lasts about 8 weeks. So yeah, let's go to my labor and delivery. I went in on August 10th around 1 p.m. For about 23 hours and 47 minutes I was in the delivery room, and I had my baby in the labor and delivery. Saturday, August 11 at 2:03 p.m. It took me 2 hours and 2 hours and a half to push my baby out. I didn't really push him out because I had help from the doctor because he was a vacuum baby. It took me a while to have my son. He weighed 6 ounces and 11 pounds. He was not born premature, he was born full term, so I'm glad about that. He was healthy, no complications, but during the process of me having a baby, I had complications. I was out of breath, my heart rate was dropping just like the baby, so they put the breathing mask on. I got an epidural at 8 centimeters because I couldn't handle the excruciating pain anymore. People who were there were my mom, because I begged her, I cried that I wanted to be there, so she took, because I was supposed to have my son on the 16th of August, but he came in 6 days before, so yeah. And my baby daddy was there too. He saw the whole thing, face front, in front of me pushing the baby out, them stitching me back up. I got 20 stitches. That same day, after I had a baby, of course, they have to clean them and all of that. When I hold my son for the first time, I was like, it's like a love that you're like amazed that you're like, you've never loved someone that much, you know? You could say, I love my boyfriend and whatnot, but a love for a kid is way different. Way different. I didn't know how that felt until now that I have a baby boy with me. My baby, a minute after he was born, he opened his eyes wide open. The doctors have never seen a baby open their eyes wide open after like a minute of being born. That baby was like, the first thing that he said was "ma." I was just like, what? Amazed. Of course, some tears came out. I have pictures, but I'm not gonna insert them in the video because those are my personal pictures I want to keep from baby boy. His name is Ethan. I'm not gonna say his full name because stalkers online these days and whatnot take information. But yeah, this dad, when you barely hold him for the first time, he was happy. I was happy. My mom was happy. She was crying her eyes out. But yeah, they were stitching me back up. I felt the needle when they stitched me back up. I felt all of that, even though I pressed the button for epidural at least 3 or 4 times. Honey, I still felt the stitches at the end because the epidural was wearing off. But after that, I was in that room for about 2 hours. I was not hungry. I forced myself to eat the sandwich. It was so dry. the Subway ones are better, or the ones that you make at home are like 100% way better. That thing was like drier than my damn life. But yeah, that happened. And then like 2 hours after like 3 minutes after I ate, cause I didn't even want to eat, I just drank the apple juice and ate the apple, half the apple. So after that, they put me in a wheelchair. They rolled me down to the 3rd floor, cause I was on the 4th floor. Yeah, I was on the 4th floor. They rolled me down to the 3rd floor to the recovery room. So that's like a smaller room. Then this nurse, rude ass nurse, comes in. She's like, hi. And I'm like, hi. Because she says her name, obviously. So I said hi and I said her name. She was so rude to me, even to my mom and to my boyfriend. But she said, let's go. She literally almost yanked me out of the bed. And I was in so much pain already. Trying not to cry, not to scream, to not make my mom worry. Because she was already stressing out for helping me with the baby. And this lady, I don't know, comes in yelling at me pretty much. But when she takes me to the bathroom, she literally yanked me, because like I remember when she pulled my arm and I slipped kind of off the bed. Like, I walked so slow to the bathroom because you just freaking had a baby and you have multiple stitches. And tell me why this lady gets like this, a type of spray with like this thing. She fills it up with warm water and she gets like toilet paper and she cleans me. Tell me why, like, because they teach you how to clean yourself again because you have stitches. You can't just like clean yourself in there. You have to be like tap, because you're on your period, so you have to be really careful. So tell me why she tapped so hard where the stitches were at, and of course she made me look at myself down there when I knew that I didn't want to see that. That was just like, one, you're not supposed to do that. And then after she gets the freaking spray, tell me why she squeezes the freaking bottle to that, and that shit hurt and burned so much because the water was like really hot. So that was the first incident. And then she helps me back in bed. She pushes me, shoves me back into bed. But while we're in the bathroom, she's like, hurry the F up, because I have more patients to deal with, not little kids like you. Just because I'm a 17 mom, I'm a young mom, she treated me like shit. Now I wonder how she treated her other patients. Maybe way worse than me. Because that lady did not have like a good positive vibe. She had like the negative ass vibe that I've ever felt in my life. And she even took my own baby down to get his shots and take him a shower. So I wonder how she treated my own son down there. And then this on Sunday, the next day after having baby on the 12th, my baby daddy's aunt comes with her boyfriend to come see the baby. And of course, tell me why this dumbass nurse comes back in with a rude ass attitude. And she's like, have you tried breastfeeding the baby? Have you even tried walking already at least? And I'm like, no, I haven't, because I'm in so much pain because you didn't even tell me to walk yet. So she's letting me for something that she hasn't even told me to do. And then that same night, around 9:30, I started getting some bad cramps because I was on my period. I was getting some bad cramps already and I can't handle the pain because it's too painful. And of course, at the time, can you call the nurse? I need a heat pad. So she told my boyfriend, call the nurse station to get Melanie a heat pad. So he calls and she's like, what do you need? Because I heard her because she was freaking loud through the phone. And she's like, what do you need? And he was like, my girlfriend needs a heat pad. Can you please bring her one? So she comes with this like rolling desk, laptop, and the heat pad on top of the laptop. And she's like, what do you, and then when she comes into the room, she's like, what do you need them for? For your breast? Are you breastfeeding now? And I'm like, no, I'm not, because it's really painful because I tried the day before. And she's like, well, you need to try again. And I was like, okay, I'll try later. And then she took the freaking heat pads and I was like, what, you know what? And then my mom was like, you know, I'll get you one. Even my boyfriend's aunt was like, told my mom, if you don't do something right now, I will. So my mom goes back to her nurse station with my boyfriend. And then she's like, what do you guys need? Because then my mom told me what happened. And then the lady was like, what do you guys need, in a rude way? And she's like, we need to talk to your manager right now. Send her to my daughter's room as soon as possible. So the lady comes like a minute after. And my mom tells her what happened the day before and the same day. And then she's like, oh, and then the nurse manager was like, I'll change the nurse immediately. So then this really nice lady comes in, because I had like a nice nurse during the day and the rude one at night. So then the other nurse comes and then she's like, she brought me prune juice because of course you need to poop after you have a baby. Like there's no way out of it. You have to poop. I'm not gonna be disgusting. You do have to poop. Because if you don't, then it stays in there, and then they want your stomach to go down and all of that. Yeah. So yeah, that happened, and then my other nurse during the day, her name was Jay. That's her nickname at the hospital. She was really loving, kind, friendly. My whole family loved her, even my boyfriend, because she was really nice and helpful. She's also pregnant with the baby. The same day that I came back on Monday, actually Tuesday around 4:30, I left before I left the hospital. She was like, I don't want you to leave, and I was like, but I have to go home already. I've been here for a couple of days. She was like, yeah, you're right. You should go home and rest in your bed. So she gave us her contact information, and we still keep in touch with her. It's been 3 months, almost 4, since I had my baby boy. That had good Sam. It was a good experience and bad experience for me. It was traumatizing for me. Yeah. Well, anyways, like, subscribe, and join the family.